Many rappers use music as a way to tell fans about their everyday struggles in the streets or even make songs to brag about their crimes. Unfortunately, most cops have heavy surveillance on these rappers, which lead to their arrests. Here are rappers that ran from the cops. Tay K might be the most extreme case of living out your raps. He had his first encounter with the law when his gang affiliate Santana Sage fatally shot an innocent woman named Sarah. Tay K was in the car at the time of the murder but dodged a bullet and was not tried in court since he was a minor at the time. This apparently was not enough to scare the rapper, since he and 6 other people were involved in an armed robbery gone wrong in July of 2016. An unarmed man named Ethan Walker, who lived in the house, was fatally shot by Sean Robinson after Tay K and his crew failed to find the stash of drugs and money that they thought were in the house. Shortly after the incident, Tay K was arrested and put on house arrest while awaiting trial. After 8 months of waiting, Tay K put out a tweet saying, "F this house arrest stuff. F12, they gonna have to catch me on the hood." He then boldly decided to cut his ankle monitor off and made a run for it to San Antonio. Then later went to New Jersey to hide out from cops and record music. Police would eventually find Tay K after a couple of months and arrest the rapper without resistance. That same day of his arrest, Tay K released the video for his single The Race, which shows him flashing a wanted poster of himself while lyrics play saying, "But I ain't be that case, I did the race." Tay K was about that life and truly lived out his raps, but his notoriety in the streets didn't get him far. And like Tay K said, he didn't beat the case and was sentenced to 55 years in jail for a murder and armed robbery charge, with a chance of parole after serving half of the term. It seems like the rapper will have to be pulling up on his ops with a cane once he's free, since the rapper will be 74 years old after his prison sentence, if he doesn't make parole, which seems very likely. NBA Youngboy is one of the biggest and most influential rappers in the game right now. Even with the artist being behind bars for almost half a year, NBA Youngboy remains popular among fans, which is clear to see if you ever read Twitter replies from the rapper's fanboys. Now, the one thing that stops NBA Youngboy from success is his constant run-ins with the law. The rapper has dealt with cops his whole career. He was as young as 15 the first time he was arrested and has had a total of 5 different instances in handcuffs throughout his life. Youngboy has faced a handful of charges, with the most serious being attempted homicide, and he has remained mostly unfazed through it all. But his most recent arrest might be one to worry about. The FBI got involved in getting the rapper behind bars and have nicknamed their operation Never Free Again, which is a personal jab at Youngboy's Never Broke Again brand. This just goes to show that the feds are really praying for the rapper's downfall, and when they pulled up to make an arrest, Youngboy must have known the seriousness of the charges and took off running. Some fans even saw NBA Youngboy running from the cops and recorded it. Here's the footage.
You running slow, bro. You finna catch your ass. Man, you better pull your pants up and run, nigga. You finna catch your ass. Nigga, run.
Now, at the beginning of the case, Youngboy dusted the cops, but towards the end of it, the rapper was running like he just hit 100 laps on a FitnessGram pacer test. He was probably running for a long time and even had a helicopter looking for him at one point before finally being caught. The rapper is being charged for being a felon with a firearm, as well as being in possession of a firearm not registered to his name. Hopefully the rapper doesn't get serious time behind bars, or else the Youngboy fans will go crazy without him. The Brooklyn drill rapper Pop Smoke was a rising star in the industry, but unfortunately had his life cut short due to gun violence. Before being famous, the rapper was running the streets in New York in the Wu Gang and repped the 8-set Deuce Crips. Now, when you're in a gang, cops are going to watch everything like a hawk, and unfortunately for Pop Smoke, that may have been the case in a 2019 incident. A video was caught by the rapper's friend showing Pop Smoke arguing with several officers, and it seems like the cops were trying to slap some cuffs on him. It is unclear in the video what the cops might have been trying to arrest him for, and Pop Smoke had enough of the harassment and decided to take off like Usain Bolt. Now, the most embarrassing part is that the 4 cops couldn't manage to pin the rapper, and 2 of them even fell flat on their face. Either Pop Smoke seemed like he had an athletic background, or those cops are just out of shape and need to hit the gym. It doesn't seem like the rapper got major charges or even jail time for the incident, so perhaps unlike Tay K, Pop Smoke was successful with his race against the cops. Lil Baby has had a crazy year. The rapper released a #1 album with Lil Durk and was also featured on Kanye and Drake's albums, which is a huge accomplishment. Now, before being a big deal in the rap game, Lil Baby had to sell drugs in order to make money for him and his family and become a big hustler in the streets of Atlanta. Making money in the streets is bound to result in some run-ins with the cops, and unfortunately, Lil Baby is no stranger to that. The rapper has been arrested multiple times for marijuana charges and even served 2 years behind bars for violating probation. After fame, you would think that Lil Baby would stay out of trouble, but that is not the case, as he was was involved in a police chase when he refused to stop when getting pulled over. The cop said that Lil Baby was driving dangerously, and that was the reason for trying to pull him over. When the rapper got stuck in traffic, he was forced to pull over, and that is when he laid out on the ground and was arrested. The rapper had no warrant out for him or anything illegal in his car, so it's unknown why he didn't just pull over. Perhaps he just didn't want to deal with the cops. Either way, Lil Baby was brought to a detention center and released the same night, making the whole thing a little inconvenient for him. Thank you for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video and consider subscribing for more rap-related content.